Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. I am back playing with the resin. I got so excited. If you guys missed my last video, it was a couple of videos back now, but I'll leave a card just above here talking all about resin and taking you through exactly what it is. I am back to have another play. Now, if you do not know and you have not seen that video, Reslin is a 100% biodegradable, eco-friendly, not resin. It's not epoxy resin. It is linseed oil and molasses. Basically oil and sticky sugar, and we bake it in the oven and it is so much fun and I could not wait to have another play. So next up we are creating a bowl. Now this is my own bowl mold. I bought it from Shein. I bought 2 or 3 at the time because it's so cheap, but again it is silicone so it can go in the oven, and I'm going to be using some of the Reslin Gold mica powder. So very similar technique to the last video where you saw me using this product, and I'm using the makeup sponge that you guys recommended I use. Total game changer, works a dream, no mess, so much more targeted, and I've got so much more control using this makeup sponge. So I'm eternally grateful to anybody who gives me advice on how life can be so much easier. So I've just put a little bit of the Reslin Gold natural mica powder into the lid, and I'm simply using it from the lid. Now all I want from this silk screen is the sun. If you watched the last video, you'll know I used the moon, and this silk screen is from Amazon. It came as a 2-pack. So in that last video, you would have seen me cut it in half and use the moon, whereas this time around, I'm just using the second silk screen, so it hasn't been cut in half. I've now got a moon on the bottom of my bowl that I'm really happy with, but at this point, I thought, well, I'm gonna put some gold in and around the edges as well, just to add a little bit of something. Now, at this point, I'm using Resin Part AB. The oil and the activator are currently in my oven, warming up to temperature. You want to warm both components AB in the oven to make sure that they are both purely liquid and pourable. Because like I mentioned in the last video, if anyone here has ever had a wax, okay, that hot wax that they put on your skin and they wax your legs, if anyone here has had a wax, the activator is a really thick, sticky sugar. And it needs to be liquid in order to pour it and weigh it out. And that is why they're currently in the oven doing their job. Now, in this video, I am going to use some of the Reslin tints. I never got a chance to use them before. So here we are. I'm going to be using the turquoise blue and the navy blue Reslin tints alongside some mica powder as well from Reslin. Now, if you've not seen the last video, I do recommend you go back and watch it. I go into so much more detail about Reslin, how to use Reslin, what it is, you know, the whole system. Long story short, you preheat both components Part AB, you wait for them to get to temperature, you mix them together, you pour them, and then you bake your product in the oven. Guys, remember, it's not epoxy, it's natural ingredients, it's pure oil and sugar, so totally oven safe. That is how you use Reslin. So it's incredible that it's fully biodegradable and eco-friendly. So first up, we are weighing out our linseed oil. We're weighing 200 grams linseed oil. Now, Reslin is a 2-to-1 ratio, much like a lot of mixing mediums. Casting mediums, this is 2-to-1. So 200 grams of linseed oil, and I'm gonna then weigh 100 grams of the activator. At this point, it's 72 degrees. It's too hot to mix with the activator, so I do weigh them separately. You want them to be 60 degrees or just ever so slightly less before you mix them. Otherwise, guys, they're just gonna go off in the cup. They're literally gonna set in the cup. Ask me how I know. Okay, like I said, Reslin is 2-to-1. There is a way of finding out how much you need. So you can fill your mold with water, weigh the water, divide it by 3, and then one of those numbers is the activator, 2 of those numbers is the oil. So a really simple way to find out how much you need for each one. So at this point, I am simply measuring out my activator, and I want 100 grams. The activator is much thicker than the oil. So it does take slightly longer to heat up in the oven. I mentioned all of this in the last video, so definitely go check it out. So waiting for the oil to come down. Now you can see here, one is 54 degrees, one is 66. So I'm still not mixing them. Even though they cool down pretty fast, I'm still not mixing them together until both of them are under 60. Even if that means, you know, one is 59 and one is 40, I can't mix them together because I've done it and they're too hot, they set in the cup. So at this point, I'm just kind of like pouring the oil from cup to cup to cup to cup just to cool it down. I'm mixing it with a stick, I'm blowing it. Finally, it goes down under 60 degrees and I pour the activator down in on top of the oil. So sounds fiddly, but honestly, I promise you once you get it, and then it's embedded in your head. It just went with like all new products, any new machinery, any new medium, takes a minute. It takes a minute before you fully understand it. Once you do, you've got it, it's good, you can roll with it. But again, yeah, it's sticky. It's a sticky, fun mess. I spend about 2 to 3 minutes making sure that both components AB are fully mixed together before I pour them out into separate cups. And again, this is now heating up already. So it is a little bit like epoxy resin, a little bit like Jesmonite. You are on a time crunch. You can't just take hours to, you know, decide exactly what you want to do. So it really is key that you've prepped everything and your molds are ready to go, and you don't want to add anything additional to your molds because again, you're on a time crunch, so this stuff can start to set in the cup. But I've split the mixture now and hopefully that will cool it down a little bit. I'm adding in some of the turquoise Reslin tint and some of the navy Reslin tint. As mentioned in the previous video, because this is a natural substance, we're talking oil and sugar, it is naturally yellow. It's never going to be crystal clear. You're not going to get your crystal clear pieces like you would with epoxy resin. So as soon as you add any kind of colorant or tint or the mica powder, trust me, that yellow goes away. Equally, that yellow on its own is stunning and would make some beautiful amber themed jewelry. So you can see here a few drops of the resin tint and there's no sign of that yellow whatsoever. The tints are stunning. So many more colors available. They did send me quite a lot of color, but again, they've got so many more available on their website. Mixing. Again, this is non-toxic, biodegradable, eco-friendly. It smells of, I didn't mention this in the last video, it smells oily. That's the only way to describe it, but it's like a sweet, sugary oil smell. Not a bad smell at all. I'm not wearing a respirator. I'm doing this in my living room with the back doors open because it is not toxic at all. It's oil and sugar. I don't know how many times I need to say it, but I'm just letting you guys know. One thing I would definitely do different here is definitely wear gloves, because sugary, thick, gloopy syrup, a lot of hand washing did happen, but definitely wear gloves. I wore gloves more when I first used it, and then I got a little bit too relaxed. So here you see me pouring it into the mold. I'm just pouring one color at a time straight into the center of the surface. And it was very clear at this point I did not have anywhere near enough resin. Now, if you did see my last video, you'll know I suggested, you know, if you guys are going to go into this fully devote yourselves to this biodegradable, eco-friendly way of life, then definitely get some large silicone mixing bowls or silicone mixing pots. These paper cups are great and all, but they just did not fit enough in. So I did as much as I could with what I had at the time, and then I had to put my Reslin oil and my Reslin activator back in the oven to warm them back up again, to bring them to temperature. So again, preparation is key, and if you've got the right tools, you won't have to spend your time going back and forth to the oven. I did scrape every single last drop that I physically could out of the cups, and then it was time to mix up some more. I'm gonna save you from that because we've already watched it, But again, I've heated it back up in the oven. I've poured them into their respective cups. I've actually weighed out exactly the same again. I know where I am with 200 grams and 100 gram activator. I'm just using my thermometer heat gun here to test their temperatures. Again, they're both very similar right now, but I did wait until both cooled down just below 60 before I, mix them together. Anything hotter and you risk them going off in the cup, just like I said earlier. So again, this one is now 34. So the activator is currently 34, but then the oil is only just 50 something. So the difference was huge. That was one of my biggest things I was worried about, but it still worked really well. I figured that even if the activator cools down a lot faster than the oil is hotter and will bring the activator back up to a fluid temperature. So it's getting a bit sticky at this point again. But once it went into the hot oil, it just turned to liquid. It turned to absolute liquid gold. So just making sure that I've got all of that oil in there and then stirring. I stirred for about 2 to 3 minutes again before adding my colour back in. At this point, I just need to fill the mould, so I'm using it with my favourite blue mica from the set. This is the pale blue. It is a stunning blue. I don't know what I was thinking at this point. I thought I've made quite a lot of resin here, and I might have made too much to fill this mould. So I did end up getting a separate mould and just putting it off to the side just in case. It's always good to have another mould on hand just in case you make too much, which is a story of my life. Anyway, in this case, it didn't materialise like that. So I've got my mould on my baking tray ready to go into the oven. And of course, as soon as I started pouring, I thought, do you know what? I've probably made spot on enough. So this mold took 600 grams of resin. Now we all know, again, the mold is from Heyyyy. I can't really link products from Heyyyy purely because they are actual essays. Every link, for an individual link, it is a dissertation of 50,000 words. So I tend not to. But if you'd like this mold, just go on to Heyyyy or, Wish or AliExpress, any of those websites, and type in large silicone mold of a bowl or large bowl silicone mold. You'll see them come up straight away. I absolutely love this mold. So yeah, my other mold never quite made it because I used all of my resin. Now I'm going to let this sit for 20 minutes before putting it into the oven, just as I did in the last video. Instructions are so detailed and so clear. There's 2 baking phases. Phase 1, 90 degrees C. Phase 2, 120 degrees C, 20 minutes each. Do not open the door in between phases. I'm not showing you my oven. That would mean I'd have to clean it, and I'm not doing that for the internet. Just straight up facts. So here we are. I've allowed it to cool down. Now this is quite bendy at this point, really quite bendy. It's not like last video I did earrings and I did like flat pieces. So the edges are still quite bendy at this point, but guys, it's so beautiful. That light blue, there's something about that light blue, the way it's creeping in at the bottom there, it's just gorgeous. The way it's also interacting with the turquoise and the navy blue resin tints. Oh, it's lush. It is a bit of me, and this is right up my street. Kind of wish I put some of the glass rocks in here now. Maybe some sand. All of it. Love, love, love. If you're wondering why I've only really used blues with these, because blue's my favourite colour, guys, and I can't resist it because it's so pretty. I hope you feel inspired by this. Again, resin is available in select countries as we speak, but they are hoping it will be global by the end of the year. I hope you love it. Please do check out my previous video on resin. I will leave a card at the end of this video that will give you so much more detail on the product itself and everything in between. I am obsessed with this bowl. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.